Hello, everyone. Happy Wednesday. Happy almost spring. I know it doesn't feel like it because it's cold, but welcome to GCC's Georgia Chiro Connection. I'm your host, Dr. Kathy. I'm laughing over here because I have one of the funnest and funniest guys on our board here today, Dr. Drew. How you doing, Doc?
I'm good. How are you, Dr. Kathy? You good?
I'm doing good. Thanks for making me laugh. We're having a good laugh before we get started. And you know what? That's what it's all about, right? Life is about having a good time, being happy, enjoying it. We work hard so that we can play hard. And
Hmm.
in this life that we have, we are all so blessed to be chiropractors, to share such a great message and to really help people with the most important thing they have, and that's their health. But rule number one, don't take yourself too damn seriously. So I love to have a good time. So Dr. Drew, tell us a little bit. What are we talking about today?
Well, I don't know. I guess it was on my heart just about how we love people, how we love our people, um, and like you were saying, just about laughing. Like so much of that is even in their hurt. I mean, we can still laugh. We really love our people. We try to take care of them the best we can, and not just with an adjustment, but just take care of them. Always be there for them. We just like yesterday, and it's all like those relationships matter. You know, Yesterday I was updating my son out on the road. I got me two new big ones and putting that up. It was cold and windy. It was after hours. Here come a guy up behind me, scared me. I hadn't seen him in a year. They moved away, but he was going through, and um, his mom died. So he helped me with my son. He was here for like an hour. We was talking about his mom and all that. And by the time it was over, um, both of us had tears in our eyes, and we were laughing because we were just talking about like how would heaven be, like you know, just all kinds of stuff, and we start getting tickled, and I think a lot of that healing can come in laughter too, and we just love our people. We we give them all our cell phone number, and it's really a family. Like it's Murrayville Family Chiropractic is our office name, but it really is a family. I want them to call me, text me, like if something happens. If a kid is doing good in sports, like send us a picture. Send us a video. Like we really like to be there. We got weddings this next weekend, and no, I think we got two weddings coming up. It's just something all the time that they want us to be there. One of them getting married. She's been a patient since she was 5.
Wow.
And
Yeah.
it's just I just love that. Just to see them grow up, and then when she has babies, Anna Kate's going to be bringing her babies in. It's just you know that's really just what's on my heart this afternoon. I guess it's just
I
we're
love
just
it.
so dang fortunate to do what we do.
We are. And, much like you giving patients my cell phone number all the time, I have people come to the house to get adjusted. If it's on a Saturday or Sunday and I'm at the house, you make it easy for me. You come to the house, no problem. I don't mind. I love that. And getting
Hmm.
to know and watch the kids grow up. I have a used to be a little girl who came in. She was around 2 years old. We had balloons everywhere in the office. And she walks in front of everyone and she says, Dr. Wee Wee, Dr. Wee Wee, guess what? And I say, what? She said, it's your birthday. And I said, yeah. And she says, well, when we walked in, I said to my parents, what the hell's with all the balloons? And she was 2, and we were dying laughing.
That's awesome.
She's now in college, right? And so
That's
every
so
year when
good.
my birthday comes around and my team puts up balloons or any kind of decoration, we start laughing about it all over again. But not only is she in college, her older sister just had her first baby, right? And these girls and their family has been under care this whole time.
Hmm.
And that's,
Yeah.
you're right. We become a part of their life and they become a part of our life story.
Yeah, like I know I really love them. Like when
Yeah.
they hurt, I hurt. When they're happy, I'm happy.
Right.
And it's really like what I've learned at DE, what I've learned through GCC that has really taught me. It's not just some clinical setting and like, oh, I'm the doctor and like I'll see you in 4 days. Like
Let me be all
it's
professional
just
and stuffy.
us.
Right.
It's just us. We think we have these little compartments of our life where we have like home life, work life, life out with the boys, church life, all this, but it's just one life.
Right.
Like we should
Blend.
not be acting any different in any of those places. Just be authentically us.
Yeah.
It's
That's a hard one for people. You know what? That's one of the biggest comments and questions I get from docs all the time is how do you be authentic in a world that's trying to push you to fit different molds depending on where you're at? You
mhm.
know, if it doesn't feel right to you and it doesn't feel real, if you're having to put on airs or you're having to, watch what you say around certain people, then you're not getting to be yourself. And the authentic you is the person who, if it's in your heart, it comes out your mouth.
Yeah,
Right? Yeah.
yeah, and if we tap into that and live that and just be us, and that don't mean that we can wear sweats to work. Um,
Right.
we have to do certain things. Some days we can wear sweats, not every day. Like between Christmas and New Year's, that's like pajama week, and we wear pajamas because nobody's coming in much. But I still want to be open. Like I try to get caught up. I'm excited for the first of the year coming. So it's
Right.
just like pajamas. It's but it just be you. Like this next 3 weeks or a month. I love basketball. We're having a whole like March Madness event in the office. We're giving away like Yeti stuff, TVs, some Beats headphones, a couple of dozen eggs. Because that's
That's that's
expensive
the
now.
that's the high ticket stuff
Giving a
right
couple
there.
of dozen eggs away, and like we have like the big TV we're giving away. We have it playing games all until March Madness is over. And now
Oh,
they're not games haven't started, so we're just playing like old games from like the 80s and 90s. When people come in, they're like, "What's going on?" We're like, "Shoot, just March Madness," and then we send them our bracket and like little bracket group. All the patients are joining that. There's hundreds of people in there, and then they all try to win stuff. And that
right.
maybe that's not professional. I don't know, um, but sure is fun.
Right.
And it's just what I like.
Yeah.
And all the other patients like it too.
And
We
that's what it's all about, right? It's your office, make it fun, right?
yeah,
You're there to serve the people for their needs, but create an environment that suits your personality,
yeah,
right?
and it's
I
going to be
always have music
different.
blasting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's going to be different for everybody.
Yeah. Yeah.
So just be authentically you.
Yes. I love
And
it.
it's I went at lunch. I've got my old pickup that I've had. I bought it with my money when I was 15. I still have it. I'll be 47 this year, so whatever that is.
Right.
Um, it's down at the mechanic shop down the road. He had to do big maintenance on it. Like I just got it out of the shed like a year or so ago. But we have to do maintenance on our patients too. I know sometimes I get in the mindset of, oh, they've been around forever. They're not leaving. I should just focus on
Right.
the new ones. But we got to do maintenance on those existing ones too to keep them in tip top like
Yes.
shape as far as people referring and just sticking to care plans and all that. We don't really do a care plan. It's like at least once a week till one of us dies. But just to keep them coming in and like connected and let them
Yeah.
be seen. Um,
And I feel like people right now are very appreciative of good, positive health information.
mhm.
You know, if we could share a little bit with them once a week or once a month, or whether it's putting something up on your whiteboard or if you have a handout, but something good, positive information. People are craving that right now because they've heard nothing but negativity, nastiness, and how inefficient, ineffective, and
Mhm.
unintelligent our bodies are for the last 3 years, that they're so welcoming to hearing, hey, your body's healthy. You know what? Your innate's on the job. Your body can do this. We're just allowing your body to function at its greatest capacity. Those kind of messages really matter to people right now.
Yeah, and I know for us sometimes we say the same thing over and over. Um, but to the patients, it's not old information to them. It's new. It just seems like it's a little old to us because day in, day out, we say it over and over, but it's not. It's life changing for them, but it's just
Yeah.
common day for us. So we can't be quiet.
So years ago, I've been teaching aerobics, as a lot of people know, since 1988. You know, I think I was like 6 months old at the time, but you play your music, and then at a certain point you've heard your music so many times that you're like, oh, I know what song is coming on next. When we used to use like the mix CDs, and I would get so bored of it, thinking everybody else has to be bored of it too, but forgetting I'm hearing it 2 or 3 times a day every day. They're hearing it once or twice a week, and it's the
Yeah.
same with our message. We're constantly giving the same message, and we should be, right? Our message should be the same. We're like a lighthouse. We stand tall. We always focus the same light. The story might be a little bit different, but if we're constantly giving the same story, we might start to think that people have heard it before. They're used to it. They're bored of it. They need something new. People need to attach to the truth, and we are
Yeah.
that beacon of hope. Yeah.
Yeah. And I was telling the patient the other day, like they always asking something like oh, what about this? What about this? What about this diabetes thing that I got in the mail that's going to reverse my diabetes? And I tell them, like, it's like the merry-go-round. It don't matter where you're sitting on a zebra or a giraffe or in the little booth thing. The song I play is always the same.
That's a good
It
point.
doesn't matter what you're sitting on. It's the same song. Like if there's nerve pressure interference, you're not functioning the way God created you to. Remove that. Who knows what's going to happen, but I know you function better.
That's a great visual. That's
Yeah,
because everybody can picture the merry-go-round.
yeah, and it don't matter where you sit; it's the same song plays every single time.
Love it.
And I think some people want to do more because they think they need to, but I know the adjustment and a clear nervous system and the principle is enough, at least for us. You know,
Right.
there's people that, you know, we need to eat right, we need to exercise. I have people I ask about like my exercise program. You know, Kevin is, my shoulders are jacked up. He's helping me with my shoulders. You know, he's really like, so Kevin Cook, if you're watching, thank you. But you know, we don't know everything, but I know the most important thing.
Right. Yep. I love it. And that's what's helping so many people.
Yeah. Yeah. We just can't be quiet about it. We just have to, the world is sick and messed up. We just can't be quiet about it.
Right.
Got to tell everybody.
Got to tell it, got to share the story. And listen, I'm going to transition us because telling the story and being the one that's willing to put yourself out there, sometimes it can get pretty lonely. You know, you're up in Murrayville. I don't know how many chiropractors you have that practice like you near you. I'm in Woodstock. There's a lot of chiropractors, but there's not a lot of our kind of chiropractors around me, right? And so no matter where you are in the state, no matter where you are in the country, you can look around and say, there's just nobody that practices like me, or nobody gets it in my community. But the reality is there's so many of us that really do get it. There's so many of us chiropractors that really do preach the same way and share the same message, and getting together with them. That's what's important to me, because I feel like every time I get around our board, you know, like you take a breath of fresh air and you're like, okay, I can go out, I can do this, I can tackle the world, right? Every time I get around like-minded chiropractors, I'm like, whew, the world is in good hands. You know what? We can keep fixing our corner of the world. So for me, I love being part of GCC and getting to do these calls because I get to rub a little bit of your energy off on me and bring it into my patients.
Yeah. And it fires me up to be around other people that's fired up.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, well, shoot, Dr. Kathy's doing this. I can do that too.
Right.
You know, it's, you know, we don't have any limits. We put these self-imposed limits on ourselves, and we don't even have to see each other in person. We can just like contact those people that are solid for us, and just those little things of encouragement, or a YouTube video or a song that just, for me, just gets me right back on track.
Even the fact that, you know, I have a new patient who's going through, he's in remission for leukemia, but he's got a dad who's in another state who is also in remission for prostate cancer. Sorry. And he said, well, if this is going to do so much to help benefit me, it should probably, you know, it should be something that we include for my dad as well. And just being able to reach out to our group and say, hey, who knows somebody in this area? And lo and behold, of course, it's someone who used to work for me. So that even works out better. But it's that connection. Like, I think as chiropractors, we need to be connected with each other as well, because we do so much for our patients and so much for our communities. And we just need to get together and have that community, break bread, have a few laughs, listen to philosophy, hear some people talk, or just share stories with each other.
Yeah, and we're going to be doing that soon, I believe, at your house for Cinco de Chiro. I think that May the 6th or 7th, whatever that Saturday is.
Saturday, yeah.
Yeah, the
There
6th.
it is, May the 6th.
That's going to be awesome. We really appreciate you hosting us. And one day I'm going to bring my fishing rods, see if there's any fish in that pond behind your house.
Oh, there's some good fish. Anthony's been out there fishing with his friends every day. So now when he gets home from like, I get him home from track practice, they go fishing, they play football, and then we go to the gym. And they've been catching fish, but they tried cooking them the other day. And I was like, you cooked them by yourself over a fire? Like, you're making me nervous here.
But, that's just a Chiro kid.
I know he is.
That's just a Chiro kid.
Totally a Chiro kid. You know what? I'll figure it out. I'll do it. Living as naturally as possible and making the right choices to make himself a priority and his health a priority. Yeah. So bring your fishing pole. Come early that day. Bring your fishing pole.
Yeah, I may. And we're going to have willies. I guess willies. I usually bring willies for everybody. I cater that in. So that's worth it there.
Oh,
just willies. It's like
the
but
blender's
edible.
Always going, right? We always got the blender going. We got a couple drinks in there.
Yep. Do all that. And then we have like speakers.
Yes.
To me, it's one of the best events of the year that GCC does. I love it. It's so relaxed. The weather's starting to open up. It's warmer. We get out on your patio and it's great.
Yeah, we have a good time. Yes.
Yeah, that's good. Then we got, I think in June, that's a little further away, we have a cornhole tournament. So that's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
It's me and my team, me and Dr. Claudia, we finished, I think, 3rd last year. The only people that beat us was number 1 and number 2 in the state. And we're not even good, but we're well adjusted.
You know what? That's exactly it. But it just dawned on me that I have a woman that takes my classes at the gym who she travels around and does cornhole tournaments around the country. She's older, she's retired. I'm going to get her and a group of her friends to come out because look, this isn't just for chiropractors, right? We're raising money to support end slavery in Georgia. So why not invite more people to come? Everybody will have a good time. We put on a great event at Dr. Dan's office and we raise great money.
Yep. And it's even, a qualifier for Peach State Cornhole. So, we have people coming from all over qualifying for points and all this stuff. So
nice.
And the one that beat us last time, she was like 10 months pregnant. She was huge. And she would just stand there and throw those things and just I don't know. It's very humbling to see somebody who's really good at what they do doing that. And just like us in our offices, we're like semi-open adjusting and people just watch us sometimes.
Right.
Like, what are they doing? Like, we're just good at the art. We put in the time. We've done the nuts and bolts at GCC. We've just honed the craft. So it's the same thing.
Yeah. Love it. We got another fun event coming up in the fall. We got our big golf tournament.
Oh yeah, shoot, that's right. It's that's always good. I'm a terrible golfer. I've hit a couple of hole-in-ones in my life, but they've been a putt, and that's it. Nowhere else. But it's fun, and it's such a great turnout. We have people coming from all over the U.S.
Yeah.
As far out as Kansas and Missouri and Florida and South Carolina, Connecticut. So it's great. We're going to have more info for that. So just be checking back and we'll make sure Kat gets it up for us.
I'm sure she will.
They're going to be we still have lots of time to register, but it's coming.
It's coming. It's going to come quick and it's going to sell out because it was a full field last year. So it'll definitely be a full field this year as well.
Yeah. It was amazing.
Yeah. So we have a lot of fun, but we also do some good stuff too, right? We have a lot of continuing ed events coming up. And those are all on our website at georgiachiropractic.org. But today, you know what, Dr. Drew and I, we just want to have a good time with everyone, share a little bit of the goodness that we do in our offices, that Dr. Drew does in his office with all his families that come and see him, and just remind you to have a good time. Come see us, get together with us, break bread, laugh, share the benefits of chiropractic and this wonderful lifestyle that we get to live.
Yep. And if y'all ever want to come to a board meeting, see how that works, and just sit in on stuff, like, we want you to come and just be involved. Like, it's your future too. It's and we need some good leaders to step up and start leading, and if you're watching, it could be you. So just come to the board meetings. There's a lot of stuff coming up that we're going to be working on, a lot of legal stuff, and it's going to be a good year. Last year was great. I think this year is going to be better.
I love it. I think so too. Awesome. Thank you for taking the time today.
Awesome, girl. I appreciate you.
All right. You too. Go enjoy that office. Go enjoy that country living. Hopefully we get to enjoy some better weather, because this is ridiculous. This is so
I know.
cold.
I'm not. And people are like, oh, this is blackberry winter. This is not blackberry winter. It's going to get warm, and then we're going to have like 3 days of cold weather, and then we've got summer. We're going to be good.
All right. I want the summer weather coming, because it's
Me too. I want it. I want it yesterday.
Right. I needed it yesterday because I was outside for my daughter's softball scrimmage, and I was not prepared for that. It was cold. It was freezing.
Well, y'all be safe, girl. I appreciate you.
Too. Good to see you, Dr. Drew. Thanks, everybody, for joining us. We'll see you here next Wednesday for GCC's Georgia Chiro Connection.
Awesome. Thank you, Dr. Kathy.
Bye.